This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Oakland Raiders. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. You and I have talked about it before, but what about the year this guy's had on the ground? You come in as a rookie and in the discussion as MVP.
And people have always told me, running back, one of the easiest positions to break in, but not to this level. If you're talking MVP, that means he's had a sensational season.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He's got the first down and more past midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, but we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
On first down, Robinson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
You can't block me. You can't block me. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's real. Check out.
On 2nd down, it's Robinson. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Fitzpatrick now from the 50. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The throw over the middle, taken in, and he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
It's Coleman here. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I get the thought process. 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way, but that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And Parkey's kick is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Let's go, D. Big Sears right here. We got to step it up. Check 9, check 9. Switch. Shit.
They begin the drive with Robinson. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Looking deep for Hilton. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Go. Switch.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 38, Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Raider first down, 17 yards. They'll run on first down. Robinson. And he's got this down to the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And bulldozing his way through. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line. They can't hang with us. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Coming to you.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. It fights him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Back. Hey, watch this. Go. It's run. It's ready.
It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Elliott good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battles.
A ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run. Robinson. And some room to roam now. And now the rookie's free. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A great play there. Standing alone with a new NFL record, 32nd touchdown. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3.
Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. Space to maneuver at the 40.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Fitzpatrick on first down. It's hauled in by Shepard. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And an alley to run. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches.
Makes it 3rd and inches.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
First down, San Francisco.
Play action now. Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
At the 28-yard line.
Check Mike 57, Mike 57. Do your job.
Throwing Fitzpatrick. Dancing, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Here's Fitzpatrick, eluding the pressure right. And an alley to run. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. from the red zone now. Fitzpatrick. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Parkey adds the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
It's 2nd down and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Switch it.
Now Jackson to throw again. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball down.
And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Maurice Hurst in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. On 1st down, it's Robinson. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Again, it's Robinson. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Right there, 56. Watch the pass. Here we go. Joker. Slam.
On third down, Robinson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And a loss of 3 to bring up fourth. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. A 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. Little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Fitzpatrick. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Get that quarterback here.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And it's caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll sneak it with Fitzpatrick. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are back within a single score.
Man, that's trash.
Fitzpatrick to throw this time. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves,
it got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 33 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On the run, it's Robinson. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
they tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that
play. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete. It's now third down and 9 yards to go.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down.
Here we go. Check 24. Check 24.
They'll run here with Robinson. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Fitzpatrick on 3rd and 2. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Coleman. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a...
And a big one loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Hey, you don't want to see listen. You don't want to check 3.
On second and a long way to go. Jackson, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. The Raiders on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be third and forever.
50 Silva, 56. And that QB's traps. Let's go.
From the gun, Jackson. This is caught by Robinson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker. It's a foot race. The 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman. An 80-yard touchdown. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, it goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like he still harbors some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
Fitzpatrick, and they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll wind up losing about a dozen on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field. Drop on. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch the run.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be third and a mile. Now again, right side. It's Robinson. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They begin the drive with Coleman. I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They will run again with Coleman. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off near his own 48. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
At the 48-yard line.
Ready? 57's ready. Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
On 1st, here's Washington. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Staying on the ground with Washington. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down.
And that's a tired defense out on the field right now. They desperately need a stop to get the ball back to their offense, but they're having trouble getting that done. Another gut-wrenching run right there.
Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Washington. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Shifts free at the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
1st down, San Francisco.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. It's our time. It's our time.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Washington. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To a knee goes Fitzpatrick, and that should just about do it.
Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the fourth quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Niners, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for Oakland, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.